Hi everyone, we're here today to learn all about Amazon ads. Aaron, if you'd just quickly like to say hello.
Hi.
Not forced at all. We're following the normal format today. Handouts will be available. They've already been shared. I've got to do a poll with you in a minute. We're just waiting for a few more people to arrive. I think give it a bit of time. What else to say? A lot of you, I know you have 10 o'clock meetings, so everything will be available on demand later. So please don't worry about that.
Yep.
And really do use the questions and answers. There's a lot of people from the team on here to support you today, and Anne's lurking in the background as well. So, yeah. What's the weather like at yours today, Aaron?
It is beautiful. It might be t-shirt shorts weekend. We will have to see t-shirt shorts and flip-flops. That might be on the agenda this weekend. We'll see how we go.
Aaron doesn't want to talk about it, but he's going on a stag do to Manchester, so not his stag do.
No,
don't want to get that out there, but yeah.
I'm out. I need to pack my bag and everything.
Just a few more people are joining. Hi everyone. I hope you can hear us okay. If you can just put a little like thumbs up or morning, just so we know that everything's all right, that'd be great. Got a thumbs up from Sam. Thank you very much. Morning, Lucy, as well. She says good luck, Aaron. So
Lucy.
I'll just give it one more minute on. Oh, thank you, Michael. Oh, Anne's just said she's in the background, helping out on the chat, and she's added the poll. So I'm just going to launch the poll now. Okay. So it says, are you selling products on an e-commerce site or via Amazon? Are you using Amazon ads? So the first answer is I'm not currently selling any products, or I am considering this for the future. Okay, second answer, I am selling products, but I am not currently selling online. Next one, I have an e-commerce site and sell online on my own store. Next one, I have set up Amazon and sell on Amazon using a seller's account. Next answer, E. I own the brand and sell directly to Amazon with a vendor account. F. Sorry, there's quite a few to get through today. I am already using Amazon ads. I have set these up myself. Next one. I am already using Amazon ads, but a freelancer or agency set them up and I manage them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. And the next one, I also sell on other marketplaces like eBay and Etsy. So yeah, people are answering it now. I think a lot of people are saying, they're not currently selling any products, but they're considering, this is a advertising tool, a selling tool in future. And then basically a lot of people saying they've got an e-commerce site, sell online with own store. And then some people saying, I've set Amazon up using a seller's account. And then there's only one person with a vendor account. So that's quite interesting, because this really helps if everyone can answer. It just gives us an indication of, who we're talking to in the audience. What do you think about that, Aaron?
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting. I think we do see a lot more seller accounts, to be fair, using that do use Amazon, but the vendors can also be successful as well. So really the main thing I'll be going through in this Amazon ad is kind of a beginner's guide. So it's nice to see that not many people have Amazon ads. I think there's only one person who voted for that one there. But what we will be doing is just going through an introduction to Amazon ads. So if you are considering it, we can let you know the pros and cons, the benefits, what the agenda is as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just going to pin the handouts because somebody asked me to do that earlier. So that's done. And can start presenting in a minute. It's all good to go. Aaron's had a lot of water, so he's raring to go, aren't you, Aaron?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I'm going to turn off my camera now and over to you.
Wonderful. So, morning, guys. My name's Aaron here, and I'm the paid media account manager at Anika. So, just to let you know a little introduction about Anika. So, Anika, we've been going since 2007. There's 27 crew members. We call them crew members, but really 27 staff members, and we got 45 plus clients. So, I mean, just a little bit about Anika. we believe in no ego and no bull. So we're really about investing in our relationships with businesses and brands and actually making sure that our clients are getting their values worth. And it's one of the reasons why we've won multiple awards. And we are in the heart of Leicester, and we just like to let our work really talk forward. And yeah, there's a nice little picture of the pub there as well. Let me just try and do this. So for Anika, we are actually on a mission, and well, actually 4 to be fair, and we are celebrating our 15th birthday, and we want to support your digital ambitions this year, well, and in the future. So our specialism spans from business to B2B for construction to trade with e-commerce, and we want to work with you to help you on our mission. So from SEO to social media, we just want to know how can we help your digital presence and engagement. So if there is anything you feel like, hey, Annie could help me out, do let us know, and we're always happy to look into it for you. So let me just quickly go through the agenda today for Amazon. So what we'll be doing, we'll go through an introduction to Amazon ads. We'll find out, I'll be going through who is eligible for an Amazon ad and what are the different types of Amazon ads. I'll also go through the pros and cons of Amazon ads. Like with all PPC or advertising, there's always going to be some pros and cons. And it's just also important to know, will Amazon advertising actually benefit you? Now, it might benefit you, it might not benefit some people. I'll go into ACOS as well. It's an important metric that does appear on the Amazon platform quite a lot as well. And I'll go through how do Amazon rank ads and also extra certifications you can get in Amazon, as well as the reporting side. Okay. So first of all, an introduction to Amazon ads. So from the poll that we just did now, it's quite interesting that not many people have actually touched on Amazon ads. So I'll just go through it for you. So Amazon ads is a pay-per-click. Sorry, my chair is just annoying. So Amazon ads is a pay-per-click ads on the Amazon platform. So it's kind of like the Google ads or the Microsoft ads, but it's just purely on the Amazon platform. Now, you can use this to promote your brand. You can use it to promote a product, or even if there's a category you want to promote. So let's say you're in electronic stores and you want to promote TVs. You can also use it to promote that side as well. Now, your ads will show to customers on the Amazon website and the Amazon app as well. So if you're on the desktop version, if you're on your iPad, if you're on your phone, you can see that is how you will be advertised as well. And the Amazon Ad Store actually links up with uses the Amazon interface, and it connects with your Amazon store. So when you're creating an ad, you can also see your Amazon store as well. So if there's a product in there which you're like, oh, let me quickly just see how that's doing, you can view all of that. And also product ads as well can also be remarketed on other websites. So if you're scrolling on Instagram, Facebook, or just on the website as well, you can also see an advert from Amazon there for you. Okay, so how do Amazon ads work? So Amazon ads works on an auction-based pay-per-click method. Now, this is quite common for the likes of Google and Microsoft. So let's say you want to advertise a product and the top bid is 79p. If you want to beat that product or beat that bid, you would only have to pay 1p more. So if you put your max bid at £1.30 and the person and the previous bid was 89p, Amazon would only pay 90p for that one. They wouldn't use the full £1.30. They would only ever pay 1p more than what your competitor is. And just so you know as well, you only pay for when your ad is clicked. So you don't pay for the impressions that's gained, or you don't pay when you make a sale. You only pay for when an ad is clicked. And I'll go through that a little bit more later on as well, just so then you know, will it actually work for you? Because you might see a lot of clicks, but you might not be getting a lot of sales. So that's just something you might want to think about when you're looking into Amazon. And again, you only want to use Amazon ads when you are guaranteed to get the sale. So when you have the buy box or you are the seller. So you kind of want to make sure if you're using Amazon ads because you are just paying for clicks, you want to be like, okay, I am getting a sale from this one. You don't want to be wasting money on just clicks that aren't converting for you. And just to know as well, when you are selling on Amazon, you do still pay commission to Amazon for the sale. So when you're looking into it, just look into, okay, if I'm spending money on the advertisement and then also the commission, how much money am I actually going to make from this? And when do Amazon ads show? So Amazon literally shows when you are searching for a product on Amazon. So they will either advertise you the product, you might see a brand sponsored to you as well. It kind of depends on what you're searching for. I was on Instagram the other day and I've seen an Amazon ad pop up for me for something that I was shopping earlier. I think I've got that in here for you. So yeah, the Amazon ads, they're all built to whatever device you're using. So if you're using your phone, it's custom to that one. If you're using your desktop, it's built for that site as well. Here you are. This is exactly what I was saying. So here you can see me searching for some AirPod Pros, and the blue box there is just highlighting what an advertisement is from Amazon. So Apple have clearly just advertised AirPods there. They've got a list of the products there. They've got a nice little image there. They've got a sign there which says magic like you've never heard. And then just under the results tab as well, they've also got the top 2 products listed as the AirPod Pros. So that's how an advert will appear on your desktop. And you can also see as well there in the bottom right corner as well, whenever they do advertise, it always has to say sponsored as well. Amazon has to let you know if it is a sponsored ad. And just so you can see as well on your phone, this is how it looks like as well. So there's quite difference in size there, but Apple is still promoting their product there. So they've still got their header image as well as 2 products there listed. Now, just so you can quickly see the difference there, when you look at the brand image, here you can see Apple, sorry, gone back way too far. There you go. So here you can see Apple on the desktop can list 3 images there, and you can see the description more so. But when you are on your phone, the description goes, it's only the image and the reviews. And for me, that's also quite important as well. So just make sure, I'll be going to that anyway for you, so don't worry. And then also the top result as well is a sponsored ad here from Apple AirPod Pros as well. And as you can see there, it does stay sponsored as well. So they've always got to put that in there. And then just another thing as well. So let's say you're not looking for Apple AirPod Pros, you're just looking for wireless earphones as well. Here you can see JBL advertising against wireless earphones. So it says sounds that fit you. You can see they've got 3 products there. They've got no header image like Apple, but they have just got 3 products listed there. And then at the top here, you can see 2 ads here. So, well, sorry, 1 ad. So Ugreen High Tune wireless earbuds. Got no idea what they are, but that's a sponsored ad there. So someone's typed in me, I've typed in wireless earphones, and they're like, right, let's advertise this to this guy here. So who is eligible for an Amazon ad? So if you have an active Amazon professional seller account, you are eligible for an Amazon advertising account. Now, if you got a seller account, you can list your products and also promote this via Amazon Seller Central. Or if you got a vendor account as well, you are invited to sell your products in bulk directly to Amazon. So if you got a seller account or a vendor account, you can use Amazon advertising. Now, I know from the poll that we've seen earlier, we've seen a few people mention that I think we had 2 people mention that they were vendor accounts. So just to know, guys, you can advertise on here. The Apple advertisement that we've seen previously, they would have been a vendor account as well. Okay, so what are the different types of Amazon ads? So here we see a sponsored brand ad. Now we're going to see the Apple AirPods Pro again. Now here I've typed in Apple AirPod Pros. So Apple are advertising the AirPod Pros here. They're saying magic like you've never had. They say shop Apple there, which would take you to their brand page. And that brand page would have all of the Apple stuff on there, mainly the AirPods first, as that's the one that you would have clicked on. And they've got their top 3 products there. So you can see Apple AirPod Pros with MagSafe. Then you see the new Apple AirPod Pros, the 3rd generation, and then also the 2nd generation as well. So when you do a brand sponsor, you can have a header image you can also select 3 images that you want to promote as well, and also have a category as well. And you can also have a headline as well. So Apple have gone with Magic Like You've Never Heard. Yeah, I suppose so. They are quite good. And then, they've got the Apple AirPods there. So with an Amazon sponsored brand ad, you can promote a store page on Amazon or a brand. So like Apple, if you clicked on their website, let's say if I was typing Apple AirPod or iPod, they probably would have had a store page just for iPods as well. Now, your sponsored brands, they will appear above an organic search result. They can appear to the left of a search result, and they can also appear below search results. Now, one of the benefits of a sponsored brand ad is if there's a brand that you really want to promote, you're like, this is definitely relevant, you can advertise that brand there and be like, this is what I want to promote. So Apple are adamant, if you type in AirPod Pros, they want to be seen. And yeah. So the benefits of a sponsored brand ad is that it's located at the top of the page and you can grab the customer's attention immediately. As you've seen on both the desktop and the mobile one, as soon as you type in Apple AirPod Pros, the first image you see is somebody wearing the AirPods. Now, most of the time, a customer will usually click on the top one. So if a customer just sees that one there, they know they're looking for Apple, they're going to click on that one there. You can also highlight your top 3 products in your brand. And when you are promoting them, you want to do the ones with the best reviews. Now, as you can see, when you're using your mobile phone and you're promoting it, Apple get rid of the description, but they still keep the reviews there. Now, you don't want to promote anything that's not got good reviews, and you actually can't promote anything that has less than 3.5 star reviews. So you want to make sure that if there is a product you are promoting, or if you are promoting your brand, you don't want to promote your brand with anything that's got negative reviews. You want to be like, okay, look, this is my brand. It's got 5 stars. It's amazing. And again, yeah, you can create a headline as well, which can grab the customer's attention. So always make sure that your ads are kind of snappy, or they actually do what they say on the tin. It's kind of like a Google ad. You want your headlines to grab the customer's attention. Okay, now Amazon sponsored display ads. So this is different now. So when you're searching for a product, so here I've clicked on these headphones, I'm looking at them. You can also advertise against a certain product. So here on the side there, we can see Bose quiet comfort noise cancelling earbuds. And then just underneath as well, you've got the JBL Tune headphones as well. Now, these are both sponsored ads. And what you can do with these ones is advertise to different customers. So let's say JBL or Bose, they've looked at if people are looking for earphones or they've clicked on a wireless headphone, we want to advertise against them. So customers might be considering this earphone, but when they look at the side there, they might be like, oh, it's Bose. And they can see the reviews that they've got. They can see the price there. I mean, it's Amazon Prime as well. So there's another key selling point there for customers as well, is the fact that they will get them next day. And they can see there as well, it's got really good reviews. So you can bid against certain products as well. Now, the good thing about a sponsored display ad is that it's great for promoting a specific product. So you spotlight in this product to reach a larger audience. Now, with this one, you will see a large impressions on these ads, as they do bid against certain other products which are relevant, but you might not get as many clicks. But it's really good for kind of building your name out there. And they appear on the product detail pages and customer review pages as well. And yeah, the benefits of the display ads. So the benefits of a display ad is that you can advertise next to products similar to yours. So there we've seen me looking at some earphones, and Bose and JBL are both advertising right next to there. Now, if I'm in the market for earphones, Bose and JBL know this guy's high on the customer funnel list and he's in the consideration market. So let's put our name out there. So with these ones, you do get high impression, as you can retarget customers as well. So if I had previously looked at, let's say I'd already looked at those earphones and then clicked on another one, you could also retarget customers as well. You can also target competitor pages as well. So if you're a competitor, or your competitors sell something similar and you think yours is better, which is a do, you can also advertise to them as well. And then also search terms as well, which are relevant to yours. So if you've got wireless headphones, you might bid on that one there. And then whenever someone's clicking on one of the products, you can think, I can advertise against other wireless headphones when customers clicked on them. And as well, if you want to promote a new product to a new audience, it's also helpful that way as well. And now you've got here sponsored products ads. Now, this is one of the most popular ones on Amazon, and it is one of the most straightforward ones to use. Now, with a product ad, they will be the top 2 listings on your search results here. So here you can see I've typed in Apple AirPod Pros, and the top 2 ones there are the AirPod Pros with MagSafe, as well as the new Apple AirPod. Now, the third choice in that one is still the Apple AirPod Pros with MagSafe, and it's the exact same one as the first one there. Now, you might think, why would Apple bid on that one if organically they're already at the top? It's there as a brand protection. I think Apple couldn't afford those clicks. So if someone types in Apple AirPod Pros, they want to make sure nobody else is bidding on that. And because of the relevancy, and Amazon will know it's Apple AirPod Pros in the product description, they will always appear top for that one there. Now, product ads, they are really straightforward. They're a great way of making sure that when someone's searching for a product, yours is right there. So if I was looking for wireless headphones, there would be 2 top ones there, and it's a good way of getting customers out there. So if a customer's searching for wireless headphones, they're in the market to look for that. So you would have that as a keyword and be like, okay, this is what I want to be seen for. And if you're doing what they're saying as well, customers are more likely to click on the top 2 ads there. So with those ones, you just want to make sure that you know what the cost per click is or what the top page bid is, and then just try to get there and beat your competitors. And again, just with the Amazon sponsored ads as well, this is the one that we marketed to me on Instagram. So I was going to Instagram, I think just the other day, and those Apple AirPod Pros popped up there as well. So let's say I didn't actually purchase them, but Amazon knows that I was looking at them, so it still re-advertised. So it still advertised that to me on another platform, and it actually was also on another website I was on later on in the day as well. So it's quite a good one, because with a product ad, it's kind of following customers' user journey as well. So even when they're not on Amazon, you can still promote a certain product to them. So like I mentioned, Amazon sponsored product ads, they are the most popular advertising on they are the most popular advertising on Amazon ads, as this appears in every step of a customer journey. Now, they appear on the search results, on the right side of search results, and also on the bottom of search results as well, and also on product detail pages as well. So those are just good to look at as well. And that product did also list on an external website as well. So the benefits of a product ad as well is that you're only charged when a customer clicks on your sponsored ads. Now, these are extremely straightforward to create, and they can gain the most conversions as well. So if you have a new product launching, it's important to promote. You might want to promote a product, as it can be helpful to understand an audience. So let's say you're getting a load of impressions and a load of clicks, but not conversions. You can think to yourself, why is this not working? And then you can refine it as well. So generally, from my example or history, product ads have the best advertising cost of sale, which is ACoS as well. So I've used them as well. So if I'm advertising certain products, these have always been the most successful ones to me. Okay, now just to go through the different type of campaigns for you. So when you're doing a campaign, you can look into manual bidding or automatic bidding. So I'll just go through these for you. So with manual bidding, these can take more time to create. It's kind of like when you create your Google campaign, you can either let Google take control of it, or you can do it manually as well. But if you do take control of the ad, it can you do have a lot more control over who sees the ad, and you can have more confidence on where your money is being spent on Amazon. And if there's some keywords which you know are more successful and more likely to convert on the ad, on the website, you can also promote that as well. Now, when you are looking for manual bidding, Amazon do suggest relevant keywords for you, and they can only show. Sorry, water bottle nearly went flying. And yeah, you can only show up for search terms that you want to be seen for. So let's say you're searching for wireless earphones, you can only be seen for that one there, and you can say that's the only one I want to be seen for. And then next, you've got automatic bidding as well. Now, automatic bidding, it's easy to set up. You leave this in the hands of Amazon, and Amazon will decide where your money's spent and what you're bidding on. Now, with an automatic bidding campaign, you want to make the most of adding negative keywords. As leaving it in the hands of Amazon, they might be bidding on something which might not be relevant for you. And they're also great for experimenting and testing new campaigns. And you can show up for long tail search terms that you may not have thought of before. So let's say you're looking for a bin. With automatic bidding, they might have just put 350 litre bin or silver tin bin, which might be a long-term search term that you hadn't thought of. And yeah, just a tip as well. When you run an automatic campaign, and you can get... When you run an automatic campaign, you can use the data gathered to set up a manual campaign. So that's one of the things when I say an automatic campaign is good for learning about a campaign. You can kind of see what has worked well, what Amazon are bidding on, and which ones are driving the conversions, and then you can move that into a manual campaign as well. So you can use it for a little knowledge as well, which is quite good. Okay, and then just Amazon PPC keywords. So when you're doing Amazon ads, you can target on the following. So you can use keywords, which I'll go through in a minute. You can use ASINs as well, which is the Amazon Standard Identification Number. So that is really just a fancy way of saying the Amazon product code. So kind of like a SKU number, that's how Amazon identifies the products. And then if there's also a product as well. So let's say there's a certain product where you like, we want to bid against this, you can also highlight that one as well. So like Google and Microsoft, there's 3 different types of keywords as well. So you got your broad match search terms. Now, this is where customer search term contains all the words that you have mentioned, but they are very broad in search terms, and you do need to negative these out. So let's say you're selling a Halloween mask. If you had the broad search term as mask, you could also show up as COVID mask, which isn't relevant to a Halloween face mask. And then let's say you've got phase match as well. So this is where customer search term contains your keyword. Now, these are more expensive than broads, but they can be a lot more relevant. So let's say someone typed in vampire Halloween mask. You could appear on that one with just the term Halloween mask as well. And then exact match as well. Now, this is the most expensive keyword, but these are the ones that are more likely to convert, as the search term will only appear for the keyword that you have used. So if someone types in Halloween mask, you will have that as an exact match, and that can just pop up there. And yeah, just a tip as well, you can use key phrases that perform well from your shopping ads. So when you are looking at your Amazon advertising, also do look at your other platforms you have got. So if you are advertising on Google, or if you are advertising on Microsoft as well, find out which search terms are working well for you there, and then you can also use that as well in your Amazon advertising. And yeah, so when you're doing your keywords, you can also exclude key phrases, ASINs, and also product as well, which is called a negative. So you can negative keywords. So if I was doing Halloween masks, you probably want to negative out the word COVID or something like that, as that's someone who's probably looking for a face mask and they probably don't want a Halloween mask. That wouldn't be relevant. You can also negative out the ASINs as well. So if there is an ASIN where you're like, that's not relevant, we don't want to appear near that one there, you can do that one as well. And also negative products as well. So again, I'm going to use the Halloween mask. So if you're looking at advertising a Halloween mask, you would have negatived a face mask, which wouldn't be relevant to you and also would be quite insensitive to advertise that next to it. Okay, now ACOS, I'll go through ACOS for you as well. Now, ACOS is the total advertising cost of sale. Now, when on Amazon, they do promote this in their reporting quite a bit. So it's one of the main things that's there at the top. So when you see the funnels and Amazon is reporting to you, they do promote the advertising cost of sale. It's not one that I usually see on Google or Microsoft, but on Amazon, I do see it quite a lot there. Now, just the formula for this one, it's total ad spend divided by total revenue times by 100. So just to make it simple, if you spent £10 and made £100, then your ACOS is 10%. So the lower ACOS means that you've spent less to gain a sale. Now, when you're going through your products and you're looking into the commission as well that you have to pay Amazon, you might think, okay, what's the highest ACOS you can afford? So with some of our clients, they might tell us, okay, well, in terms of ACOS, we want to keep it to 2 to 4%. But then with other ones, they might think, okay, we can afford a 10% ACOS. Now, when looking at ACOS as an overview, when you are reporting, it will highlight to you the ACOS on the account as a whole, also as a campaign as well. So let's say you've got a campaign just for summer clothing. You can look into that bit there as well. And then also you can also look into your ad group as well, or individual products as well. So just give that one a look into as well, and just look into which ACOS is going to work best for you. How much margin can you make? What's the revenue for these ones? So we're just going to find out here how Amazon rank ads. So Amazon rank ads based on your ad bid and your ad grade. Now the ad grade is based on the following. You've got your product title, you've got your description, you've got your search term, your seller name, and your reviews. So I'm going to use that Apple AirPod Pro as an example of that one there. So I typed in Apple AirPod Pro. When we've seen the ad back to us, we've seen Apple AirPod Pros in the product title. They would have had it in the description. It was the search term I was using. The seller's name was Apple as well. And they also highlighted the reviews there as well. Now, I'll give you some tips here on how to rank higher. So what you want to do is make sure that you have relevant product images. So when you've seen the Apple AirPod Pros, it just highlighted the image of just the AirPod Pros. The first image wasn't like an image of them in the ears or someone playing tennis with AirPod Pros in. It was just the AirPod Pro. So that there is what the customer's searching for. And it's not distracted with anything fuzzy in the image. The image itself was clear as well. Also, your pricing has to be competitive as well. That will help you be higher. If you're selling something which other people are selling for £100 and yours is for £500, Amazon might not advertise you as well because they're noticing so many people are clicking but not getting sales as well. Extra depth in product description. So it's kind of like your SEO on a website. You want to make sure that you've got enough depth on there, there's enough description, and it is full of relevant features there. So if I went on the Apple AirPod Pro Amazon product description, in their product description, they would have had a product description which really mimics what the website is like. They would have had all the descriptions there. They would have had loads of images, and it would have been something which kind of just mimics what the actual Apple website looks like. Great customer review. So you have to have more than 3.5 stars. So if you do have anything that is reviewed 2 stars, that wouldn't be advertised by Amazon. Even with 3.5 stars, it can be difficult for Amazon to promote that because Amazon would think, why would I promote a 3.5 star business product rather than a 4.5 star one? Another great tip as well is to respond to questions on products as well. Sorry, just lost my tab. So yeah, it's just responding to questions on products. So Amazon has a question and answer features at the bottom. If you are ignoring questions, Amazon is thinking that you're not likely to communicate with your customers, and just responding to questions always helps promote Amazon as well, and that helps you with your rank higher. It just shows to Amazon that you're not just pushing a product out there, you're actually taking time to listen to your customers and actually figure out what they are asking. And also the most obvious way to rank higher is to increase your bid. If you're bidding 20p and you know the top of the bid page is 80p, you're 60p out there. Okay, so I'll just go through some of the pros and cons of Amazon advertising. So I know quite a lot of you guys haven't used Amazon ads right now, so there might be a reason for that for you guys, but just in my history, this is probably my pros and cons. So working with Amazon ads, it has been easy to create automatic campaigns. With those ones, because you've already got the store there, it's great just to advertise to. You've already got your store, it's already listed in. All you need to do is just click a product. It's kind of like your Google Shopping ad. It's just linked to, it's like how Google Shopping is linked to the Google Merchant Center. Amazon is linked to the Amazon store as well. Amazon, it's the 5th most popular website. So advertising can reach a large audience there as well. So to advertise on Amazon, you can only do that on Amazon ads. So when large customers are on Amazon, they are in the shopping funnel, so they are more likely to convert. I mean, me, myself, if I'm looking for, I'm using wireless headphones. I just bought some a couple of weeks ago, but if I was looking for wireless headphones, the first place I would go to is Amazon. And when I'm on there, I already know that Amazon have my account details, my address. So all I need to do is just click add to basket or buy now. And I know 9 times out of 10, that will come to me the next day as well. And just as a customer, it's incredibly convenient to use. There also have been instances as well for people that use Amazon ads. They have actually seen an increase in their organic listing rankings. So if you do work on Amazon ads, people do find their organic listings have also increased as well. So it's a good way of promoting yourself organically as well. One of the reasons for that is that when you're using a paid ad, you've got to rank high. So you'll be having good results. You'll be having questions, answers, and it's quite a helpful one there. So when Amazon can see that you're interacting well with customers, they're more likely to promote you organically as well. And also in terms of a business as well, if there's a competitor which is on Amazon, you can also select them to target as well and be like, I want to advertise against them. So customers come to me instead of them. And just some of the cons of Amazon. So the management of an Amazon account, it can be very time consuming there. And especially if you've applied a manual bidding. I do find Amazon advertising can be a lot more time consuming than the likes of Google and Microsoft. It is a little bit of a different Amazon's platform which you do use. So it can take a while just to click through that and understand where everything is. And if you're creating an advert with, let's say, 200 products, that can be quite time consuming as you need to go through there. Especially if it's an automatic bidding campaign, that can be very time consuming. Now, editing added groups budgets can be difficult as well. With some of those, we have had to take it out, put it in a Microsoft spreadsheet, and then you can put it back in there. It's not the most simplest one. It has took its time to get used to, but once you do get used to Amazon, I have really enjoyed it. And again, just like with other ones as well, you are paying for clicks and not sales. So don't think with Amazon ads, you're guaranteed to get sales. You might be getting a load of clicks, but you're not getting the sales. But for those ones, I would just kind of look at that like, okay, this is a reason to kind of review the product, because if you're not getting a lot of sales, you might think if you're not getting a lot of sales, but you're getting a lot of clicks, there's probably a reason why then. You just want to look into that and probably look into what are your competitors doing. And then also as well, there's also the associated cost as well. So like with everything as well, you've got your ad spend and then also the Amazon commission as well. So when you do think about that, you just want to make sure it is going to be justifiable to you. The last thing you want to do is plunge 10,000 into Amazon ads, let's say, but the commission is high and you're not making money. Ultimately, you want Amazon ads to work for you and not work against you. So this is exactly what I'm just about to say. When will Amazon advertising benefit you? Kind of what I've just gone through. So if you have a product you want to sell or brand you want to highlight, you should take advantage of Amazon advertising. Now, we've got certain clients where they're like, oh, we want to push this for, let's say, summer, spring, Christmas, and we do make the most of Amazon advertising. For some of those ones, the ACoS can be higher when it is a newer product, but for those ones, we have looked into what's worked well this year and what we can do next year, and they've kind of just admitted for this one, they're kind of just using it as a knowledge-based one there. So they're just thinking, okay, next year when we advertise on Amazon, we won't advertise this as it didn't perform so well. Also, Amazon users, they are already in the shopping funnel, and converting on Amazon is so simple. I can't tell you how many times I have purchased something from Amazon, and it's just incredibly straightforward. Like, I did one the other day, and I ordered a load of coffee, and now I've got a load of coffee beans, but I don't have a grinder. But I just seen it, and because of how simple it was, I didn't even bother reading it, and I thought I was just getting coffee powder. Moral of the story, read the product descriptions. So Amazon's just so simple. Just always think about that one there. And if you have great reviews for your products as well, you are more likely to get conversions as well. If you've got a great product where, you know, customers are reviewing it, you've got a higher rating than 3.5. Let's say you got a 4.5 or a 5-star rated product. You want to get that out there, and you know that Amazon will promote you as well. And Amazon, it has such a large audience. It is such a great way to push your product and brand in front of a new audience as well. So if you are on Amazon, you might think, let's get ourselves to Amazon. And Amazon is such a big audience that there's so many new people there who are just finding brand new brands. And it's a sponsored post. If you've got great reviews on that one, it's a good one there as well. And yeah, the most important thing is if you have good margins on your product and can afford the commission or ad spend from Amazon, do look into that. Do look into Amazon as well, as it can be very helpful for you. And so I'll just go through some of the reporting here for you so you can see what it's like. So like Google and Microsoft, Amazon Ads has a simple reporting functionality. Kind of. It can be a little bit tricky sometimes just trying to, let's say if you're trying to do a year-on-year comparison, for those ones you have to export the data into a spreadsheet and do it like that. It's quite tough to get the graphs there. But you can look at it as an account overview or go further into it and look at it like campaigns, ad group performances, or even just an individual product performance as well. So in terms of reporting, I find it's very similar to Google Shopping, and that bit I do like. So this here is basically what you see when you log into Amazon. So when you log into Amazon, it's got top 5 icons there. So here we've got the spend, sales, the orders, the ACoS, and the ROAS. And we've got this set up from live. So we've got this from 2016 up until 2022. And the graph here is pretty simple. It's very similar to the one that I've got with Google. And you can just highlight which one you want to have. So if you want to have sales, you could just click that one there, and it would pinpoint all of your sales there. We've got ACoS listed as well. So with this one here, you can see that ACoS used to be high. I mean, look, there's this bit here in 2018 where ACoS hit 8. But here you can see that here the ACoS is dropping, rose a little bit there, nearly just to 4, and then it has dropped there. So with this person, their ACoS is 2.50% on average, which is a good one there. You can see they've got a ROAS of 40. With the ROAS, it's also important just noting as well that return on ad spend is fine, but really the ACoS is also important as well, as that takes into account the commission as well. So that's just as an account overview. This is how it does the reporting for you. So you can see they've spent 34,000 with 1.37 million return on there with 20,000 orders in total. And then when you're just looking at the Amazon reporting, here it shows it here for you. So you've got the campaigns here, you've got the impressions, you've got your top of search as well. So this is how often you appear at the top of the search. This is just a new feature which Amazon have only done quite recently. I think it was about November or December when it started appearing. So this is quite helpful to know, because you can see here, okay, the top campaign, it appears at the top 9.53% of the time. It's got a click-through rate of 0.9%. You can see how much was spent on it, £894. The CPC is 7. You can see how many orders have come from that one and what are the sales as well. And then for each campaign as well, you can be like, okay, what's the ACOS of this one? So if you've got a new product, you might think, okay, I can afford to be a little bit more lenient with the ACOS. So let's say you've got a new product, you could be like, I can afford the ACOS to be 8%. So you can just keep it here and then just see how the account's doing as an overview. And then when you click on it as well, you can see individually how each ad group's doing as well. Don't think I've got a picture of that one there, but you can see here, so look, like there's some here with the ACOS of 2.86%, 2.43%. You can see how much we've spent on some of these ones there. You can see a nice little account overview, and you can see like the cost per clicks of all of those ones, the click-through rate. With some of these ones, like let's say this one here, 0.46, you might think, oh, it's not got a high click-through rate, but in terms of the ACOS, it's a 2.86. So you might think, okay, well, we can let that slide. But in terms of the reporting, I find this bit very simple to do, and it is quite nice to do. When you are selecting your dates, you can choose up to the past 3 months for your dates. So just keep that in mind. So if you want a year-on-year basis with a reporting like this, you've got to get it in a spreadsheet and do it like that instead. And just as well, extra as well, you can also get certifications in Amazon ads as well. So if you do like what you see in Amazon ads, you can also do extra learning in there and do a little bit more training. And you've also got exams as well. And yeah, so when you do it, it's Amazon Learning Console. There's quite a few slides there. They break it off into like different categories for you. So when you look at it, you can think, okay, this one's most relevant to me. This one's not so relevant to me. And you can really just think which exams are going to be the best ones for you. And then when you do the exam, it is a multiple choice based exam. And if you do fail it, I think you get you can redo the exam after 24 hours as well. But it's a good way just to learn about Amazon and kind of just to learn how it is as a product and kind of think, is this going to work for you? No? Oh, I'm at the end.
Hi, Aaron. I've joined you. There's a few questions.
Yep.
So a lot of the questions, you said halfway through at some point, you said that includes the commission, but it doesn't, does it? The Amazon cost of sale is just the cost of the ads.
Yes,
so,
that is.
So if you've got a cost of sale of 10% and you've got 15% of commission plus VAT, of course, then you're talking about 25%. So that's probably in most cases isn't going to be affordable. So you won't have the margins. On the campaigns that you've run, I know you've done some in the past or you're doing some now. What sort of ACOS have you had?
So we worked to less than 4%. In the Christmas, we did launch a brand new campaign, and it was the first time the certain brand had worked on a Christmas product, so it was brand new for them. With that one, we got an ACOS of 10%, but we had the conversation with them, and they were a lot more lenient on that one, as it was the first year that they had ever done that. So we've used that as a learning basis more so for next year. And then next year we can look into it. And we've actually gone into a little report. We did a little report on that Christmas campaign. And we spoke to them and was like, this is what worked well this year. Next year, when it comes to advertising on Amazon, we know which ones are more successful and which ones haven't been so good.
I think the thing that you didn't really emphasize too much is that people just think you'll do ads, Amazon ads, just to help you get visibility, you know, if you're selling on Amazon for the first time.
Yeah.
But you don't want to do that unless you are the manufacturer or you've got some form of exclusivity. Because if you spend money on ads and you've not got that buy box, you know, add to cart, which you own on the right-hand side, you'll be doing ads and somebody else will be getting the sale. So it's really important that you've got the monopoly over that particular product.
Yes. That one is true, yeah.
Yeah, because I think the problem is there's a lot of people here today that haven't done any Amazon, so they won't be aware of that, you know, nuance really.
I will say a great thing for like people who haven't done Amazon is do look at the Amazon Learning Console. It's so informative and it gives you different examples of how to use an Amazon ad and when people have looked into it and what can work well for you.
I think the thing is that getting visibility on Amazon is so important based on things like reviews and price and just almost a popularity. It's a bit like SEO, you know, if you want to get found organically, you've got to have loads of links. So you have to do, if you've got a new product or you're a new brand, the only way you're going to get visibility is through ads, because you've got so many competitors. So I think that's why it's so important.
Yeah, there is a lot of competitors on Amazon. I mean, it is the 5th most popular website as well, so everyone's just jumping at it. So you just want to make sure that you are there and people are clicking on you.
Yeah, and I mean, and Amazon ads have been growing significantly faster than Facebook and Google, because they're starting from a lower position. But that was brilliant. I don't think there's any other questions. We've got some other things to share with you guys, though. So thank you, Aaron. That was really informative. Cool. Really easy to understand as well. I know the first time I learned about Amazon ads, it was really confusing, just understanding the difference between a seller account and a vendor account and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so I thought it was really important to let everybody know that if you haven't already seen this, interestingly, we did a talk last week on, Ed did a talk last week on Google GA4 and what was happening in analytics and privacy, etc. And Google must have been watching Ed's presentation, because this week they've announced that they're actually sunsetting Universal Analytics by June 2023. So they will only be allowing GA4. And the reason for this is there's been a couple of big court cases, including one that Ed mentioned last week in Austria, where effectively IP addresses are now regarded as personal information. And because Universal Analytics, or the main version of analytics that most people are using now, collects that information, and all the information goes over to American servers, where the American government can just sort of go and look at the information. It means that the EU GDPR regulations, it contravenes those. So what we realise now is that people are going to have to implement GA4 as soon as possible. So I thought I'd re-emphasise that this week. There is before I just go on to the next slide, there is a problem perspective, thinking of costs or something. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Tara's just asking about the costs and trying to predict what the likely costs are. There is quite a lot of information out there of different case studies of Amazon cost of sale. So I think you've just got to work out if you've got a budget of 5% and run probably an automatic campaign, and then from then you can run a manual campaign. But it is unpredictable. But it depends what your margins are. If you've got a 50% margin, then you may be able to afford it. But if you've got less than that, then obviously you're unlikely to be able to afford it. So you're probably going to have to use it on larger size, larger value products where you've got that better margin. Okay, so coming back to the question in hand, what we're going to do about analytics, this announcement. Well, effectively what we're recommending is that you implement GA4 now. So we're giving a discount to do that. Katie, could you please type in the URL of the new of the offer, please? Yeah, so we can also do some training. We can do group training, we can do individual training, and also we can do the setup for you. Now, what that involves is basically getting your Google Tag Manager and then creating events which relate to things like your goals. We'll also include there Ed's making some comments as well. We'll also include in that like a mini Data Studio report, so that we can get something that looks similar to your current Universal Analytics. The thing is, at the moment, actually, if you haven't already, could you also put the webinar link in as well, please? If you also look at the webinar, we've identified that there are still some issues with GA4. So if you can have a year's worth of data where you're using both of them in parallel, that will give you a lot more information, so that when we get to the point when Universal Analytics is switched off, you've got an overlap period. So I think what will happen is you'll be able to, we think what will happen is, we don't know, is you'll be able to see the retrospective data, but there'll come a point where it stops collecting anymore. So it's really important that you can see an overlap period. Also, by creating a Data Studio report, which is a way of visualizing the data, we can also merge the data from the two profiles, so you can then sort of see what was happening before and what's happening now. I'm not sure if Ed's available, if he can possibly come online. If you could make him a presenter. He's just sent me a message, so I'll just see what he's saying. Yeah, so we've got to we're basically giving 15% off of that offer now. But also, if you are a client, if there's any clients in the room, if you talk to us directly, then there's a bit bigger discount for you. Okay, so Ed, have you got anything to add to that? We can turn your mic on, or you can join as a presenter. I'll just bring up the offer that we've got. I think everybody needs to click on that particular. If you're interested in this, if you click on this link, it's going to take you to the old page. It's similar, but at least it knows we know that you're interested, and we can call you. So if you are interested in finding out more about GA4, if you click on this link,
I tweet the URL earlier. So
you've changed it, have you?
Yeah, I did it.
Well done, thank you. I knew I could rely on you, Katie.
Well.
You're so efficient. That's brilliant. The other good news is that we're expecting the D2N2 to sign off for the next Digital Skills Bootcamp. We were hoping to get the contract earlier on in the month, but it looks like it's going to be in the next 2 weeks. So for anybody that's, I know quite a lot of the people that are on the webinars are actually on the current. We've currently got 100 people going through a 3-month course. There's 10 weeks of lessons with about 10 hours per week. And then there's also additional webinars, and there's also additional recruitment ready workshops. We provide some mentoring. We've got partnerships with various apprenticeship providers, the local universities, and a number of employers locally and recruiters that have got job opportunities. Basically, you get a certificate of attendance, and then you can take the DMI exam, which is a level 4 exam. You also get membership of the DMI as well, and access to all their resources. The good thing about the course is that for the majority of people, it's free. So if you're in any of the priority groups, if you're unemployed, under 24, over 50, from the BAME community, thank you, Katie. If you want to click on the waiting list one on the left-hand side, the offer that's just come up, we can contact you, or you can see here, Grant Funded Bootcamp 2. So there's a bit.ly link there. So it's bit.ly/grant-funded-bootcamp 2. That's actually the actual application form. And there's also the information, the more detailed information on the website about that project. It's really exciting that there's all this funding available, and we're also hoping that we're going to be able to run a summer school, which will be really intense. So that's available as well. We're hopefully that's available as well. Has there been any other questions while we? Yeah, it's. I'm really sorry, Tara. Unfortunately, with any paid media, it's often a matter of test and learn. Yeah. I think Ed's a bit of advice was really wise. Start with a really low cost click, and then gradually build up, so you get the sort of point where you start to get enough traffic and enough clicks, and therefore some sales, but you're not pushing the cost too high. Don't start high, because you will overspend and you might lose a load of money. We've got a couple of review sites that we use. So Google reviews is always a bit of a pain because you have to log in. But if you've enjoyed what Aaron's taught you today, if you could give, or you enjoy our webinars generally, please fill in the Google reviews. The one that's actually slightly easier is, but I think we've got about 250 of these, is the reviews on reviews.io. Yeah, if anybody's got any questions about analytics, I will put Ed's email in there, but Ed, I know, is pretty busy with all the clients that are requesting us to implement GA4 at the moment. Quite a lot of our clients have got it already, but and then I've also put Angela's head of new business. I'm not sure if she's on. I think she's on a client call at the moment. But if anybody is interested in GA4 implementation, then if you can contact Angela. And then is Lucy the best number for any more details on the boot camp? Is that probably Lucy, Katie?
Yeah, I'd say so. So that's just Lucy at annika.co.uk. We can get back to you. And we've always got the inquiries at annika.co.uk as well.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to go. I've got a phone call. Nice to see you all, everybody. We'll speak to you next week. Bye.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Aaron, is there anything you want to say? Or
I'll just quickly respond to Michael.
okay.
Michael, just quickly, in your message that you said as a seller competing directly with vendors, is paid ads not advised? We would still advise it as well. So if you're a seller and your product is still really good, you know you can afford paid ads, it's still worthwhile doing. I mean, necessarily not all the time Amazon will advertise vendors anyway. They do also promote seller accounts as well. As long as you're paying and you can outbid a vendor, Amazon will still promote you. And I think that is probably it for me now.
Okay, right, great. Well, great to see everybody today. And we'll be seeing you very soon. Okay, take care. Bye, everyone. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Bye.